Alan Tenta is joining us. Season finale of Alone. It's coming up on Thursday on the History Channel. And good morning to you, Alan. Thanks for joining us, man.
Good morning. This is Big D or Bubba.
It's actually both of us. And Big D is getting the lessons of the show. I've been telling him, I'm like, okay, so this season, blah, 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 blah. That now, a couple seasons ago, there was this happen. And, I'm probably the biggest fan of Alone. I would love to actually go on the show if I could get away, if I could afford to get away, for longer, because you guys are out there for
Explain
months.
for those who don't know what it is.
Well, I'll let Alan do it.
Okay. Well, they select 10 participants from an application pool, and they drop you off either by plane, helicopter, or boat to a secluded area. This year it was in northern Saskatchewan, Canada. And you've got all your own camera equipment. You're allowed to choose 10 items to help you survive, and you've got your clothing. And they drop you off, and you try to survive as long as you can. And the last person remaining wins the prize of 500 G.
Now, here's the crazy thing. All the other shows, like I'm not going to say anything but names, but all the other wilderness survival shows, they're not actually alone out there. Unlike Alone.
Oh, you're by yourself, yourself.
You have to set your own cameras up to film you doing things. And so they do like this thing. Isn't it a week ahead of time they show you how to do your cameras and get, acclimated to filming yourself?
Yeah, there was. They actually made an episode of it this year. It's called Before the Drop. They showed kind of that process that, they call it orientation camp. So the production rented a fly-in fishing camp up there, and that was kind of their home base. They set up extra tents and communications and stuff, and cut helicopter pads and brought the boats. And so we spent about, I think it might even been longer than a week together, learning how to film, safety protocols, how to run the satellite phone that we could call back if we were going to tap out, or if there was an emergency where we need to be removed. But yeah, there's definitely some things that we had to learn before we were dropped, and we weren't notified exactly when we were going to leave. It was like kind of the day before. We were told, okay, tomorrow's drop day, tomorrow's launch day. And we drew our locations because they had chosen 10 different locations, and we had to. It was kind of like a lottery system for which location everyone got. So it was completely random. And the next morning, you get taken to your location with your camera gear and your backpack, dropped off, and you're on your own.
It's the craziest thing ever. And they do like med checks, if I'm not mistaken, like once a week or every 2 weeks, they have somebody pop in. They basically get all of your vitals and all that kind of stuff because they don't want a person dying out there.
Sure. Yeah.
So they do these medical checks.
It's definitely not once a week. My first med check was past day 21.
Oh, wow. 3 weeks into it.
They're like, oh, I forgot about Alan. Is he still out there?
Hey, Alan, I always wanted to ask, too, on Alone, do you have to check in once a day with base camp to let them know you're still alive?
Yeah, that is correct. And if you miss a check-in, they come out and to check you. Yeah, there's a device. It's just a little box where you basically press the button, I'm okay. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Just to make sure that you weren't dead.
Dude, there's wild animals. There's wild animals.
Sorry?
There's people. I'm just telling Big D in the 17. There's wild animals. There's people falling into water and hypothermia issues, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff battling the elements. It is the best show. It's slow. The pace is nice and slow, so it's like you follow everything, and it's great too. As you watch the show, you watch people lose their minds.
Oh wow!
Because they're by themselves, so they just start talking to a tree.
All right,
this is earned.
I'm in, boys. The season's finale of Alone. It's on Thursday night on the History Channel, and Alan will be. I'm going to be rooting you on now.
Best of luck to you, brother.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
You bet, man. See you, Alan.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, because over the years, teenage kids have told you to like and subscribe, we don't have to say that anymore.
You know what to do.